So I know when it comes time to make a decision about where you want to get your EFT certification training, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of options, and it can be really hard to figure out why you would train with any given person or program. And so I think it's a good idea to just give you the honest shakedown on why I think my program stands out from the others. So it's a little weird to say, but the first reason is me. You know, it's not just that I was, I think, honestly born to teach, but also I was born to be a healer. So I have that odd combination. I'm not a researcher. I'm not a chiropractor. I'm an EFT practitioner who's also a good teacher. And also, I come at this with a lot of experience. I have been an EFT practitioner as a main protocol, not as a side adjunct to my other business, for more than 20 years. I got trained in 1999 with Gary Craig, and I have been doing this in the seat with clients one-on-one for a long time. And if you ask most trainers out there, they can't say that. They might have been writing about EFT. They might have been researching about EFT. They might have been using EFT as a side to their counseling practice. They might have been using it as a side to their chiropractic practice, and they find that it's a good form of income. But for me, this is what I do. And it's what I've been doing for a really long time. It's not cloudy for me. This is what I do. So the other thing that I bring to this, which may turn some of you off, but I come at EFT from a very metaphysical place. When I'm working with a client, when I'm working with you as a student who will be working with clients, I'm looking for why a person is sick. I want to know the underlying reason. It's not just the obvious stuff. There is something going on underneath the surface as to why they have given away their power. So perhaps they are not able to forgive. Maybe their thoughts are toxic and metastasizing. Maybe they are not in alignment with who they really are and what they're supposed to do in the world. So as a practitioner and as a teacher, we are always looking for those real underlying reasons why a person is out of balance, why they're experiencing disease. Because when we can find the underlying cause, then we can use this very powerful tool of EFT to help them turn that all around so that they can pull their power back into their body, and from that place, they heal. So that might sound woo-woo to some people, it might sound scary to some people, but that's how I teach. And if that's not what you're looking for, there are a lot of options out there. Find the one that's right for you. But if you're someone who's looking under the curtain, looking for the real reasons why a person would be experiencing disease, then I might just be the trainer for you. The other thing about my training that I think is really powerful is that it's online. So a lot of people would argue that you have to take live training. They're always pushing it. Well, I taught live training for more than 10 years myself, from 2001 to 2009, 2010, that period of time, when I finally took the training online. And what I learned during that time was you can't really teach EFT in a live training, certainly not in a weekend workshop or 2 or 3 days or 4 days, even 5 days of training. It's not enough. And I'll tell you why. You can't pay attention that long. And even if you can pay attention that long, you can't retain it all. Going back and looking at your notes later, it doesn't happen. Within a week of leaving a live training, most people, research will tell you, have forgotten more than 70% of what you learned in the training. Moreover, you can't absorb it, and you can't put it into context yet because you're not actually working with people. So even if they're doing hands-on in the class, it's not enough to learn every technique, to embody the techniques, so that when you're sitting down in front of somebody, you don't have to look at your notes. Oh my, what do I do? You know, because you have embodied those techniques. You walk away with confidence to know that when somebody sits down in front of you, you know what to do. And that can't be done in a weekend workshop or 5 days. I think that's why so many of the trainings now require you to go to 2 or 3 different workshops with different trainers. You know, the other thing is that in a live workshop, it's really difficult to get all of the content in. So if you have somebody in the class who's asking a lot of questions, that could be great, but it's also a huge distraction and a huge time burner. And so by the end of the class, you haven't gotten all your content. So you're racing through the content at the end so people get it. The online training gives you the consistency to get all the content that you need. And you also have the ability to go back, because you get lifetime access. You have the ability to go back and review that content as many times as you want. Even years later, after you're working, you go, oh, I'm not sure about that. You can go back and check it again. So the online training is super powerful. Plus, you do your online sessions within the class. So you will meet with other students on Zoom or Skype or whatever technology you want to use to practice. And then you will go on to work with actual clients. And so that means that we're here to oversee you while you're making mistakes, while you're learning, while you're growing. And you can do as many of those sessions as you want until you feel really confident going on to work with actual clients. There's no limit to that. It's also great because you get a lot of EFT sessions in the process, right? With their trades. So a lot of the trainings will send you out into the world to find your own tapping people, tapping partners, or people to tap on. And a lot of people require 50, 100 sessions. We require 15, which is enough. I've watched, I've paid attention, it's enough. And if you need more, you can do more. But this idea of going out and doing endless sessions until you're ready, it's just not necessary. It's not necessary. It extends the period of time. A lot of these trainings take 6 months, a year to get through. With my training, if you do 4 hours a week, you're done in 12 weeks for 1 and 2, and another 12 weeks for level 3. So by the end of 24 weeks, assuming you work at that pace, again, that's completely up to you. Some people go faster, some people go longer. You can be certified in 12 weeks. Some people do it faster, but if you want longer, you take longer. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of online training. So we do oversee you, and we check to make sure before you graduate that you know what you're doing. But rather than doing these endless sessions out there, you do it in here where we're watching you. And we also have skills coaching available. So if you want the one-on-one, you have it. If you feel like you already know what you're doing and you're going through the course and we're not worried about you, you don't need it. A lot of these trainings require you to do so many of these one-on-one oversight calls where they're checking in with you, and they never tell you how many sessions of that you have to do. And a lot of them run at like $300 an hour to work with one of these specialists. And they don't tell you how many you have to do because it's just until they decide that you're ready. Well, it's a huge money burner. It's a huge money burner. And with our training, you know exactly how much you're paying. There's no secrets. There's no like, oh, you have to pay for the testing. Sorry about that. Oh, you have to pay for these sessions. Sorry about that. None of that stuff. The prices are the prices, and everything is very clear, and there's no secrets along the way. We do have the skills coaching if you want it. It's there, but it is not one of these things that is just a money grab on our part or a money burner on your part. It's not the case. What else is great about the training? So we are accredited through AEFTP, AEFTP. the Association of EFT Professionals. And yes, I was involved in the creation of AEFTP. And I put that thing together because I was so annoyed by the criteria of the other associations. They didn't make any sense to me. I am no longer involved with AEFTP. That is now owned by a separate entity, and they oversee it and manage it and make their determinations. But the thing about AEFTP that I think is so valuable is that you don't have to do ongoing CEs, continuing education credits, to maintain your accreditation. So if you go through EFT International, which is the big boy, yes, they're the better known, you have to do ongoing CEs. You have to do ongoing courses to maintain your accreditation. Every year you have to take extra classes or you lose your training. So you've done, you spent thousands of dollars with them getting the training, spent a year or whatever, and then you miss a year of doing your CEs and you're just kind of in a bad place, right? With the Association of EFT Professionals, we treat you like adults. If you feel like you need more training, go get more training. But most of the time, I really believe that people learn what they need to learn while they're in the seat. That's where the training comes in. You sit down in front of somebody and they're not getting well, and you've got to figure out how to get that person well. That's where you really learn. And that's, way more powerful than me giving you another class on A, B, or C. Those things are valuable too. If that's what you want or what you need, go get that. But it is not a requirement to maintain your certification. Another thing that I think is really special about our training is that we offer the mentorship program for ongoing support. So you don't just get dropped off the cliff the day that you graduate. If you choose to join the mentorship program, we teach you marketing. We teach you how to go on to get clients to build your practice. And that comes with more direct contact with me. We do more live calls and so forth. Oh yeah, I also do live calls for the EFT certification training. You get 2 live calls with me per month for levels 1 and level 2, where you can hop on and ask whatever questions you want. There's also an archive of videos from past calls, so you can learn from other people. And for level 3, you get 2 one-on-one coaching calls with me, where we discuss the clients that you're working with. We review what's working, what's not working, and I give you suggestions on how you can make, get better results with that client and learn from them. You also have direct access with me through the private Facebook group, and you can always email me or even pick up the phone and call me. And I will help you along the way with your clients. I'm here. I do have help. There are people helping, but I'm I'm here for you as well. We also have a new program that's coming up called Tapping Can Help, which is a program that is designed to help those people who want to participate in it to actually get clients one-on-one. So I think this is a pretty good overview of what makes my program special and why, hopefully it would be for you. I think the price is fair when you consider that most people are charging over $100 an hour for one session. It makes up for the price very, very quickly. And we work hard to get you into the field, taking clients as quickly as possible, instead of taking a year of doing your training before you can actually start seeing clients. So I hope this gives you some insight. If you have other questions about it, you're always welcome to call me or text me, and I will do my best to answer your questions. And I'd love to train you. I've been, fortunate to train more than 5,000 people around the world now, which is, has made my own life worthwhile, knowing that each one of you who takes the training is out there making an impact on the world, doing what you were born to do, and helping others to heal. Like, that makes my life worthwhile, and I hope that it makes your life worthwhile too. So I hope that you get trained with me. To do so, go to www.onlineeftcertification.com, and to sign up, go to register now, and we'll get you started. Look forward to seeing you in the class.